welcome to our new reading session, Viva New Jersey, Part 2. By the end of this session, you should be able to. This is the story called Viva New Jersey, and the genre is realistic fiction, means a story that have settings and characters that seem like real people, though the stories are made up. Yeah, this is the first page, the story, page 88. As far as dogs go, it wasn't much of a prize. A hairy mongrel with clumps of bubble gum wadded on its belly. So what is she talking about? She's talking about a dog that she found. Okay, and she's comparing this dog with the other dogs. So she's saying, as far as dogs go, as far as what is known about dogs, it wasn't much of a prize. It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a very interesting dog. What is it? Hairy mongrel. We said that mongrel is an animal or a plant that is a mixture of different breeds. So it's not a unique dog. With clumps, what are the meaning of clumps? Clumps are a compacted mass of lump of something or lump of something. Mass, like a ball of something. Okay, it's a mass of something, of bubble gum. So on its hair, the dog's hair was full of balls or lumps of bubble gum wadded. What is the meaning of wad? Wad, compress into a lump or mass. Okay, wadded, compressed stuff on its belly. So its belly, the hair on its belly is full of balls of gum. Pieces of multicolored hard candies were matted in its fur. So what else on its hair or fur? Also pieces of hard candies. So it was full of gum and candies. What is the meaning of matted? Here, matted means tangled into a thick mass. Okay. The leash. So what is the leash? Here in this picture, this is the leash. The leash around its neck was fashioned from a cloth belt. So it was made of cloth. What is it? The kind usually seen attached to old bathrobes. So the leash on this dog was taken from a bathrobe. The dog's paws were clogged with mud from yesterday's rain, and you could see where the animal had gnawed at the irritated skin around the swollen pads. So, first of all, what are the paws? Of course, these are the dog's paws. Okay, what are the pads? These are the pads. Okay, at the bottom of the foot of the dog. Okay, so what is the meaning of clogged? Clogged means blocked with thick wet matter. Okay, so it was blocked, it was full of mud from yesterday's rain. So yesterday it rained and this dog was in the street, and you could see where the animal had gnawed. The G is silent. Gnawed means to bite or nibble at. So the dog had an irritated paw, and it's swollen, means like poofy. So she is describing this dog. Where did she find the dog? We're going to see. The dog was tied to an endemic tree high above the cliff overlooking the Hudson River and the majestic New York City skyline. So this is where she meets the dog, where it's like a cliff and the dog is tied to a tree. Endemic tree means that it's Green leaves turn yellow. Okay, over a cliff. A cliff is a high land. Okay, overlooking the Hudson River. What is the Hudson River? It's the river between New York City and New Jersey. Okay, so this river is in the middle. One side, one bank is in New Jersey where she lives, and the other bank is in New York. Okay, the skyline is this line that you can see here in this picture. This is the skyline, buildings in the horizon. Lucinda, now is going to. Lucinda is the main character. She is the girl here, and she's going to. Now we are going to see why does she meet the dog every day or this day, and where did she come from and her background story. Lucinda traveled the route each day on her way to the high school. So she goes to high school on foot and along the in New Jersey side of the river. Okay, the short walk saddened her, so she is going to the school on foot, and this is where she saw the dog. But this walk saddened her. Will you please write here why? Why was she feeling sad on this way? Though the view is amazing, despite its panoramic vista. So, what is the panoramic vista? Panoramic means wide, and vista means pleasing view. So, it's a wide, pleasing view of bridges and skyscrapers. For the river, so why was she sad? Because the river reminded her of the perilous journey, dangerous journey 6 months earlier, huh? When she and her family had escaped from Cuba in the makeshift boat with seven others. Okay, so they escaped from their country, Cuba, to the United States. They made their way in this kind of shift boat, like a raft boat, and they escaped from Cuba, their country, to the United States. So this is they call it illegitimate or illegal migration. They had spent 2 freezing nights drifting. Drifting means moving from one side to side in the sea, sorry, in the ocean, uncertain of their destination. Destination means the place where they were heading. Till a U.S. Coast Guard cutter towed them to the shore of Key West. This is a place in the United States. Towed them means he dragged them. This Coast Guard dragged them to the shores. So it's a yes dangerous and painful journey. Previous year, the town boasted a population of 47,000. Most of the community was housed in mammoth apartment. Mammoth means huge apartment buildings that seemed to reach into the clouds. Okay, so most people are living in very high buildings. The few private homes had cement lawns and paved driveways where there should have been backyards. Okay, so it's full of cement and paved driveways, not like the place where she came from. Lucinda longed for the spacious front porch where she'd sat at night with her friends while her grandmother bustled. So, to the meaning of bustled means move in an exciting way around the house, humming, singing her Spanish songs. Lucinda. So, um, what is the native language of Lucinda? Spanish. Lucinda would ride her bike to school and sometimes not see a soul. A soul means people, any person, 4 miles. So the place she was living was a remote area, just wild flowers amid a forest of greenery. Means that she was living in a very wild place full of green plants and forests or flowers. Now, now, what is her place that she's living in? A crowded, busy city full of cars and skyscrapers. It's the opposite where she used to live. It was cement and the cars and trucks and motorcycles and the clanging fire engines. Clanging means making loud sound. Fire engines that seemed to be in constant motion, shattering the air with their menacing roar. Menacing means dangerous. Please continue reading the story, and if you have any questions, you can write them down, and next time you can ask me. Thank you so much and see you.